Okay, so in between that clip there, you know, to this video now, I was figuring out how I'm going to actually keep putting data into this database, into this entry, and I think I figured it out. So what I'm going to do is set your session equal to, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a new thing in here, and we're going to call it, so ID, and then counter. Okay, they're both going to be 11. Always set your ID to primary. And to save that. Okay. Okay, let's see. Oh. It's a counter. Now, inside of counter, I'm going to insert a new counter, and we're going to put it at 2. So now, in ID 1, counter 2. So now we're going to do another SQL query, SQL2, and we're going to say select all from counter where ID equals 1. It will always be that one. There's never going to be anything added to it. And then, yep, it'll do that. Now I need to make a row out of this. So to do that, I think I had one here. Yeah. Now a row is going to let me select stuff from there. I don't want it there. So we're going to now say that row 2 equals, yep, fetch the res, and then we'll just say this ID equals row counter. And then we're going to do another SQL query and say update. I actually don't know how to do this, so we're going to search it. Update a row. No, wait, what do I have to do again? Yeah, update a column. So we're going to search this here. Sure. So, that's Ajax, I don't want that. Update, whatever, set, blank equal to blank, where blank. Okay, sounds good. So, update counter, set counter equal to counter plus 1, where ID equals 1, and that should work. That way it'll keep updating it, and then if people decide to use this website for whatever reason, it won't screw me up. Insert into section that value and current user, so value 1 and this ID. Now that means we have to make a new column called current user inside of code. And so we'll go to structure, add a column, current users. It's going to be an int of value 11, and just hit save. Seriously? I've never had that happen before. Oh. So instead of current user, we'll change it to current user ID. Just so I don't have to deal with that. And then just in here, we'll say current user ID. And now my only word here is that I need quotes and a colon, quotes and apostrophe around these numbers. But let's see if it throws an error. And we basically want to do the same thing. Oh, where are we leaving to? We're gonna go to build.php. So now we'll just change all these. And we'll just say updates. Instead of 1, it's going to be 4, 3, 2. And let's see how that works. So, if we refresh this here, even though I shouldn't need to, I'm going to click 90 degrees, which would be 2. Okay. None of them actually go anywhere, so that's good. Form action change section. Oh, that's because the form closes right there. That's weird. See, everyone probably saw that and was like, what are you doing? Well, that was why, because my form's closed before I even got to the submit part, so I couldn't do anything. Now there's a weird space under here. So let's put 90, which should be 2. Undefined variable row. In change section. Oh, crap. So once again, my variables do not match what they should. Put them as. We might just be able to refresh this and get away with it. Cannot modify headers. Oh, I hate that. I really hate that. So sometimes you have to do like OB start. So what I like to do is when I don't know this, I do this. And I do have a solution for this somewhere on one of my other web pages in the code, but this is quicker to do this. Go to the Stack Overflow. Probably why you don't even read anything. You're like, why is it happening? There's shouldn't be a space, whatever. Print echo to see where you make it to. I already know where I make it to. And then there should be something about OB start. I just don't know how it's written. We also do JavaScript. Come on. There it is, OB start. Right in the beginning. And now we're actually just going to go back to the start. See if we put anything in the database. We actually did. Could have just been from me refreshing the page. We're going to delete that. And let's select 90. Okay, so it works good. And now if we go into the database and we just browse it. So my current ID is 4, and I can always use that ID. It's going to change every time. My ID for just this individual project is 2, and the section I picked was 2, which means looking at it, it was the left section. Now I need to design an interface where I can For this display, it's 14 LEDs out, 10 LEDs tall. So I need to design a thing where you can click on a button or something and it'll change color from either... Oh, that's going to be tricky. Maybe you can select a color up top. So here's what I'm thinking, and I'll do this in another video. I'm not going to try and do this one, because I can really think it through, so I don't just come on here and go, which is what I did with finding the current user ID. I didn't really think about it. So I'll have a 10 by 12 grid of regular gray buttons, or white buttons, whatever. No, it'll be gray, because gray, you obviously can't achieve a gray color on an LED. So gray, you'll know it's not lit. And then up top, I'll have a certain amount of colors you can select from, or a RGB input, and that can be inputted into the code later on. So it can say, either you can enter an RGB and then start clicking the buttons and they'll change to that color so you know what you're drawing, or you can select from like 10 different colors, and you can click on the things, click submit, it'll put it in an array that I can understand, and then I can write the code with that, and then it'll submit it into a download file, or something like that. We'll do that next video. I hope you guys are liking this, and yeah, thanks for watching, guys. And this is good because if I ever wanted to say release this maybe on like Amazon, on Amazon or on eBay, yeah, I would write software for it, but I could say you can go on my website and you can write your own models for it. And this is a small display, so I don't think I'd ever sell this. Too expensive for what you get. But if you guys do like the display and you think it's cool, and if you watched my other video, A True Volumetric Display, let me know what you think. Maybe I will. So that's it for now, guys. And by the way, I am working on better volumetric displays. This is just what I got stuck with for now, until my lasers come for me to try other things. So, yeah, thanks, guys. Subscribe, and yeah, keep watching.